Hey guys, it's me, BS Anime, and I'm here to talk about the Nijigasaki High School School Idol Club. Now when you talk to other fans of Love Live, one might get to the point where they ask you your favorite girl, or best girl. So that got me wondering, who is the best girl? In order to figure this out, I will apply maths and stats to figure out who is mathematically the best and worst girl. Now there will be zero bias in this video. I am pulling straight from the monthly polls. If you weren't aware, there is a poll done every month where fans can go and vote for their favorite girl in this group. This began in July 2017 and it's maintained till today. February 2019's results were recently released, so it will be part of this video. I will collect from every poll and then tell you the average placing. Before I go over the final results, let's go over the first one. So the first one will look like this, where we have Rena in first place, Setsuna in second, and then Kasumi in third, with I being in last place. So every poll more or less will look like this. With this example out of the way, let's figure out who is the worst girl from the Perfect Dream Project. So in dead last, with an average of 6.9, we have Emma Verde. Emma very rarely does well in the polls. From 2017 and 2018, she averaged a 7.33333. Now it's not that Emma consistently gets to last place though. In fact, she is far from having the most 9th place finishes, but she does have the most 8th place finishes with having 8 of them. That's 5 more than anyone else. 8 out of the 20 polls, she had 8th place. Her only saving grace is that she actually got first place in January of 2019. That's the first time she ever cracked the top 3 and the only time. Who knows, maybe the future will be good for her. This year so far has been pretty good for her by her standards, but I don't know for sure because it was a first and then a 5th place. Now, in 8th place with an average of 6.05 is Shizuka Osaka. Interesting enough, she only got last place once, but she also never got a 1st or 2nd place. She has the most 6 places with 8 of them. However, she has 3 3rd places, which helps her average a little bit. She had a good 2017 with an average of 4.83333, but 2018 and 2019 have not been so good for her. And according to her current trend, it looks like she'll dip in the future as well. While her average is far from impressive, she is far away enough from last place that she really isn't in danger of getting into last place, and yet she's also really close to the placing in front of her, so she might move up if she gets lucky. In 6th place we have a tie with 2 girls. With an average of exactly 6, we have Rena Tennouji. Now this may come as a surprise since some of you might remember her starting off so well in the beginning. In the first 4 polls she got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd respectively. However, she ended with a 7th and 9th place, which resulted in an average of 4, placing her 3rd for 2017. In January 2018 she got 1st place. Then it happened. February 2018 started the biggest and most disastrous slip in rankings. Rena got 9th place 5 times in a row and 7 times that year. Oddly enough, she also got 1st twice and 2nd that year. She was the wild card for that year. No one has ever gone from 1st to last like Rena has. Now in November 2019, she placed 1st, but in December she got last. The full version of her song was released, but is this the factor for why she did so horribly? Perhaps. I like the song, but maybe it's a factor which caused her to go from 1st to last. Now, unlike girls like Setsuna, who is consistent, Rena is extremely inconsistent. Her standard deviation is 3.4. Now, for those non-stat nerds, standard deviation is a way to measure how volatile one is in the rankings. Having a high standard deviation means someone is likely to have rankings that are not near one another, like having a bunch of 1st and 9th places. No one's even remotely close to her standard deviation. The next closest is 2.48. Honestly, I have no clue where her ranking will go in the future, but overall it's been a major downfall for her. Maybe she'll have a good 2019, maybe she'll have a really bad one, but so far she has a 9th and an 8th place, so it's not looking very good for her. The other 6th place finish, with an average of exactly 6, we have Ime Ashita. Unfortunately, that's a shame because she is my number 2 girl from this group. I struggled in the polls early on. She got last place in the first 2 polls, and she also got last place twice from October to November 2018. These brought down her average a lot. I has the most 7th place finishes out of everyone with 5. I has never received a 1st place ever, but she has gotten a 2nd place in December of 2018 and a 3rd place in February of 2018. One thing of note is that the full PDP songs were released in November 21st of 2018. Now, it was probably too late to fix people's views of her in that month, but in the next month of December 2018, she got 2nd place, so that caused a very incredible growth in her rankings. Perhaps it is her song that changed people's view of her. Now, her average before the February February 2019 poll came in, placed her at overall in 8th place, but overall since she was able to do a little bit better in the recent polls, she has jumped into a 6th place tie. I'm glad to see her move up, and she might catch up to 5th place in a few months. In 5th place, with an average of 5.8, we have Ayumu Uhara.
もっといっぱいレッスンしなくちゃだね。
Ayumu has never gotten anything above 3rd place. That is until the last poll in February 2019. She actually got her first place. Ayumu has the most 6th places at 7. She also has most 5th places at 5. Ayumu is trending slightly upwards. She's known for being very in the middle of the pack, and hence why she has a very middle of the pack ranking. The beginning of 2018 has a lot of 6th to 8th places, but now she's getting a lot of 4th to 5th place. I would say she's moving up, but she only had one podium finish or top 3 finish, so it may just be luck for her. In 4th place, with an average of 4.95, we have Kanata Konoe.
もふみが足りない。もふもふさせれ。
Kanata is all over the place in terms of ranking, with 7th place being the only one she has not ever received. On June of 2018, she had a streak of a 3rd place, a 1st place, a 1st place, and a 2nd place. Following that, the song previews were released, and she has dipped the rankings ever since. Her overall rankings started lower, went up a bit, and went back down, kinda like a roller coaster. Currently, she is trending backwards. The last 2 polls being in 8th and 9th place do not help her. As I mentioned before, someone had the 2nd highest volatility, well that will be Kanata Konoe. She has at 2.48. Kanata does not have the most of any placing, which makes her very volatile because she's been receiving placings all over the place. Her most common placing is 5th place, with it being received 4 times. In 3rd place, with an average of 4.3, we have Kasumi Nakasu.
かすみんかわいいですか？あは、よく言われます。
Kasumi has received the most 4th places with 8 and has 4 3rd places. Kasumi has never received a 5th, 8th, or 9th place, which really helps her average. Kasumi has only 1 2nd place, which would happen on May 2018, and she got her only 1st place on October 2018. Kasumi is relatively consistent in the polls with the 3rd lowest standard deviation of 1.689. Her last 3 polls were 6th, 6th, and 7th place, so we'll probably see her trend downwards. This were the results after the release of her full song, which is odd because she got 1st place after the release of the previews of the songs. So maybe there is not a correlation with her songs affecting her rankings. In 2nd place, with an average of 2.85, we have Cara Hasakah.
いつも見られることを意識してる。緊張はあるけど、それが私を素敵にしてくれるの。
Karen started really weak in the polls with a 5th, 8th, and a 5th place start. But afterwards, oh boy, she had a whole year of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place finishes only with an exception of a 7th place in October 2018. It's odd since that was the month after the previews were released for PDP, so maybe people didn't like the preview of her song? In 2017, she averaged 3.66667, which got her 2nd place. But in 2018, she averaged 2.416667, which barely got her the MVP for 2018. She is clearly a safe pick for a podium finish, and she has the 3rd most places with 5. Overall, she is trending downwards slightly, but honestly not much at all, so she should stay in 2nd place for a long time. And the best girl for Nijigasaki High School School Idol Club is... well, it's clear by now, it's Setsuna Yuki!
みんなから溢れる大好きがいっぱいだね。もっとみんなの声を聞かせて。
Setsuna has an astounding average of 2.15. She has a massive lead over every girl. In 2017, Setsuna had the most ridiculous average of 1.5 and a standard deviation of 0.5477. Wow. Just wow. She only received 1st and 2nd place in 2017, letting her stomp the competition for the 2017 MVP. Her first non-top 3 finish came in January of 2018 with a 4th place. In 2018, she had 1 4th place and 1 7th place. The rest were top 3 finishes, including a streak of 9 months. This resulted in an average of 2.5, which made her barely lose to Karen, who got the MVP for 2018. Setsuna had the lead for the most 1st and 2nd places with 7 and 8 respectively. The next closest is Karen, who has 5 1st places and 6 2nd places. Setsuna is the most consistent girl with her rankings, with the lowest standard deviation of 1.42. Setsuna Yuki has never received a 5th, 6th, 8th, or 9th place. And for those who are curious, here is her stats if we met that 7th place that happened on November 2018. Her overall average will be 1.8 with a standard deviation of 0.875. Now before I go, I have a bonus section which analyzes groups. I have grouped them by the years, the group they are from, and eventually the subunits, which don't exist at that moment, so that will just be empty until I know what the subunits are. But let's get to the groups. So we have the first year, second, and third years, and overall we see that they are relatively similar. But when we look at the groups that they are separated in, the Dengeki Online group is extremely stacked. They have the first place, second place, and third place girl, which would be Setsuna, Karen, and Kasumi. So obviously it is heavily weighted in their favor, and it's clear as we can see that they have an astounding average of 3.1, which is almost 3 less than the next group. They also have a crazy standard deviation, and they have an insane amount of first, second, third places. In fact, they can't even come close to competing with the Genki Online. And somehow they still have 0 9th places amongst 3 of them, and just 1 8th place finish on top of that as well. Meanwhile, the Love Live Squad Festival and Famitsu app group struggle and have a lot of 8th and 9th places. Well, hopefully this video was useful to you guys. Hopefully it helped you see what everyone's overall feelings about who is the best girl. If you're interested in how I got these results, check out the links in the description yourself. I have a Google Sheet which you got a little preview of it. That has all of their rankings for every month, as well as the statistics I used in this video. In case if you didn't trust me, go ahead and go there. I also have links to the actual polls right next to the names, so you can see for yourself if I was lying or not. Hopefully none of my calculations are correct, and hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. I don't think I did, but you never know. Before I go, I do want to mention the survey I created. For those that wish to vote for the girls, please go to the link in the description to vote for your favorite girls. You must rank all the girls from 1 to 9, with 1 being your favorite girl. If you wish to be credited, supply a name for the question 1. Once the survey reaches around 100 responders or some sufficient number, I'll make a video on your rankings for the girls, and I'll give credit to people who supplied a name. Once again, the link is in the description. Anyways, now you know who is the best and worst girl for the Perfect Dream Project, and now you can have an award in the comments to tell us why all these rankings are wrong and why your best girl is actually the best girl, and try to convince other people. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope to see you guys soon.